Let's take a look at one more aspect of Google Drive that I think is worth mentioning. We've all dealt with the pain of having to take kids to multiple sites and have to deal with multiple logins, different passwords, those types of things. One of the things that Google has done is they've made it easier for us to access some third-party applications right from Google Drive. And what they do basically is they allow these apps that have been vetted to use the credentials we use to log into Google. So once we're logged into Google, we can access all these different apps, and it also keeps track of all of the work that we do within those apps. So I'm going to just come over here to New, and then we're going to go down to More here. You notice that once we get down to More, we're going to see some different Google apps here, but we're also going to start to see some other apps that are not Google apps. And these are some that I've already added, but I want to show you how we can add more. So I come down here to Connect More Apps, and there are tons of apps in here. It just really, the question is, what do you need to do inside of Google Drive? And I'm going to show you a couple that I really like. So I'm going to come back here to Pear Deck, because Pear Deck's pretty powerful. If I click on it, it's going to give me a little video, also some other information about how to use it. And if I like it, I can simply come up here to Connect, and that's now going to connect to my Google Drive. Now, I don't like to make these things default. I like Google to handle that, so I'm going to uncheck that, click OK. And now when I close that, I come to New and More, and now you see that Pear Deck is now one of the apps here that I have. I'm going to click on LucidPress because we've used this one too. This is a great one for creating a desktop publishing, banners, booklets, those kinds of things. And you sort of note that I can pick from several different types of flyers and different things, and once I click on that, I create new, and it will allow me or your students to go in and change some of the features within this document, but yet still keep the same layout. So, and the thing you need to know about some of these is that a lot of them only allow you to use the basic features. If you want to use the more advanced features, then you have to pay for it. So I'm going to close that, and we're going to come back in here. I want to install another one. This is really one of my favorites, but I want to show you how this works. There's a document, or an app, called DocHub. I'm going to connect DocHub here, and I don't want to make this default, but I click OK here, and I close that, so I know now that that's in there. And I come back down here to More, but what you're going to notice is that it's not here in the list, because DocHub only works for certain types of files. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to find, it only works for PDF files. And basically what it does is it gives you the ability to sign digitally a document. So if I click on this guy right here, this is a PDF file, you notice now that once I'm in preview, it gives me the ability to actually open up this using DocHub. So I want you to know that some of your apps aren't going to show up in your list, but they will still work depending on what that app does. In the case of DocHub, it only works if you're working with a PDF file. So really important that you do that. Again, it brings it in. This is not a very good example of a signable document, but some of you that have to deal with forms can take and sign, create a signature. You can actually create it. You can embed an image, that kind of thing, and actually put the date in here. I can actually add text over the top of anything here inside of this PDF document, and then it saves it. So really powerful apps. Now let me show you one other thing here in Google Drive. If I have an app and I download a bunch of them, and I'm going to have you download 5 of them, but if you find one that you really don't like, it kind of bugs you, if you want to get rid of an app, we simply come over here to our settings, and you notice the third item here is manage apps, and this is where we can go in and we can say, nope, let's remove or disconnect from Drive. And once we do that, that app is now gone and we can go about our business.